Hey guys, it's Chad from the Teach Better team, and I just wanted to do a quick recap of the awesome admin mastermind we just had. So we just had um, a few dozen administrators from across the country. We talk every single week, and one of the big things we focused on is what we can and can't control. So whether you're a teacher or whether you're an administrator, I want you to really focus on a couple of these things. I think that's a really important takeaway from this week's mastery chat, and that is focusing on what you can control. So things you can't control are: how bad is the pandemic? You can't control that. Things you might not be able to control are: what is your state saying that you have to do? Other things you can't control is: what are the requirements you have to have for the learning environment that you're in, right? Do you have to have masks on all the kids, dividers, 6 feet apart? You can't control any of this. So focusing on it is not going to be a good use of your time. Another thing you should not focus on is what you can't know or don't know yet. Focus on what you can control. I promise. It's one of the biggest things that we've talked about these last few weeks with these administrators is focusing on teaching as an educator so that your administrator can focus on logistics. So you shouldn't be worried as a teacher how the kids are going to get to the school. How many times are they going to have to wash their hands? How are we going to deal with them getting tested when they come in the door? Those are things that your leadership can focus on. What you can focus on is the education that you provide for them. You might not know if it's remote or live, but you can focus on the alignment of the education. You can focus on the learning opportunities you're providing your students. And here's a tip: if you do not know what your learning environment is going to look like, plan for the most restricted environment. Plan for the most restricted environment that you could possibly have. So plan your instruction so that it will thrive in a remote environment, so that you can adjust and make it successful in a live environment. But really stop trying to waste all your time on focusing on what you do not know. I've talked to teachers across the country about things like, oh, I don't know what's going to go on, so I guess I'm just going to sit here and do nothing. That's the worst thing we can do right now. Make sure you're taking some time for self care. Make sure you're taking some time to decompress and things like that. But I really want you to focus on control what you can, focus on controlling what you can control, and impacting what you can control. So maybe you focus on just developing more aligned assessments so you can grade based on mastery. Maybe you focus on using your learning management software to create a universally accessible material. I know today I worked with a ton of teachers on how to develop grids in our grid method webinar. They're planning on using grids, whether it's live or remote. So, what can you do to make yourself better? What can you do to make yourself more prepared? I promise your leaders are thinking about this, so we should be too as educators. And this is just a really important conversation to have. We don't want to waste a lot of mental space on things we can't control, things we don't know. Impact what you can, improve what you can, be better where you can, and everything else will fall into place. So that's just a real quick recap I wanted to provide from our administrative mastermind. It really kind of resonated with me, and I'm excited to share that message with you guys. Hi, Nikki. I just saw Nikki. She's someone who is also focused on getting better. I just saw her today in our Teach Better webinar, and I'll probably see her tonight at the Teach Better kickoff. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, and a fantastic rest of the month. I'll see you next week when I do my recap on that chat. So have a fantastic day and have an amazing evening.